This video is just showing a little of what's going on in my front lawn this spring. Right now it's the middle of April in northeastern United States, and basically this is a pre-existing fence that's all been up here for decades, and that's going to stay in place. Out here is my lawn, as you can see, all the way out to the street there. And basically this is a lawn that for many years has been chemically treated and never really grew all that well. We started growing it organically just within the last year or so, and it's been doing much better. And one of the things I've done is to plant a clover bed, which you can see the clover up through here. It's a little trampled at the moment because I've been doing a lot of yard work on it this morning. And this is the area where I've been doing the bulk of my work today, which is that there were some small evergreen shrubs here. I think it was a juniper, similar to the one that I have over here against the fence. And I've never really loved the look of them, but basically, you know, what I'd like to do and plan to do, and I'm going to do within the next week or so, is put in a raised bed garden all along the front of this fence. This fence is about almost 50 feet across, so that'll give me 50 feet of length for a row of gardening, and I'm going to come about 2 feet out from the fence, so that'll give me about 100 square feet of gardening area for growing edible foods. So I'll have my vegetables and all kinds of other things growing here, greens of course. And so really those old junipers were in the way and didn't really like them, so I'm getting rid of those, and I'm going to move them to a different area just and see if they'll still grow in the spot where I replant them. Good for them. If not, that's okay too. But basically, you know, what I'm going to do, and I've framed out a bit of it here, those hay bales will be moving. Straw bales actually, and but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a raised bed. I'm not going to be using this wood. This is actually pressure treated wood, and you do not want to use that for vegetable gardening because the chemicals potentially can leak into the soil and then into your vegetables. But basically I'm going to have this is only about 8 inches, so I'm going to have boards about 12 inches high and about 2 feet out from the length of the fence, so that as I'm standing, you know, here at the edge, I'll be able to do all my weeding if need be, and for things that are growing up the side of the fence, I'll be able to grab those and harvest those for probably nylon mesh kind of netting for you know, for kind of a string trellis that I'll put along the fence any place where I have things that need to grow up, like tomatoes and green beans and sugar snap peas and all of that kind of thing. So that's just a brief update for where we are here in middle of April. Planning, pulled that out today, I'll pull that other one out soon, and then within the next week or two I'll be building essentially wooden rectangular boxes that come 2 feet out from the fence, so that I can fill that with compost and maybe some soil and other things to make really rich earth and have this all growing and hopefully you know, looking a little neater than it would if I just put a mound of compost there, although frankly that wouldn't bother me either. I guess I should mention what the heck is going on here, because you'll see all these tarps out here. I've mentioned this chemically treated lawn out here. My goal is to basically get rid of grass as the lawn for this section of my front yard, and you know, basically from the fence you know, on out to the street and to that driveway, to this driveway, so which is about 50 feet by 50 feet ballpark, and to have that all clover or some other kind of ground cover that does not need to be watered, does not need pesticides, does not need you know, fertilizer, etc. Clover is great in the sense that it doesn't need water, you know, for the most part, and it only grows so high so you don't have to cut it, unlike the lawn, which if you let it go it would keep growing and look unkempt. Although admittedly this looks unkempt at the moment just because I've been digging it all up today. But basically you know, so you save on the water, you save on the pesticides, the fertilizer, and importantly, not having to do the work of cutting the lawn. So right now I'm just smothering the lawn right here, and just by putting out some layers of newspaper and as much tarp as I had to cover it over. And this has been about 3 to 4 weeks here, and you can see the grass underneath is all dead. And if I have a free hand to, you know, pull up, it's all just you know, basically it's been cut off from photosynthesis for the last 3 to 4 weeks, and that's all dying. And I'll dig that up and either plant clover seed or other ground cover to come that much further out. That's that much less lawn that needs to be watered or mowed or fertilized or anything else this summer. So that's a couple of projects going on in the front lawn. Take care and happy gardening.